Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
The Sam for two is here. Hey! How you doing? How you guys doing?
I'm so happy to be here.
I like that. I like that.
Dustin and Dom are here.
Good to see you guys.
Double D's.
So,
She said it. We didn't. She's allowed.
Dom,
Yes.
now that you
Shoot.
live on the intercoastal, are you going to enter your boat into a boat parade?
I'm going to be the only libtard in that boat parade, man. That's going to be about it. They're going to kick me out.
They don't want you there.
My neighbors already want to kick me out of the neighborhood. You know?
Oh, yeah. Too much loud punk
it's-
rock.
You know, I'm just voting the wrong way already, you know. Jeez.
It's because, like, I've always wanted to be a part of a boat parade. Never, like, a street parade.
I have zero want to hang out with any of those people.
I tried to get us in one last year with your wife, and then I pitched it, and then I believe you vetoed the idea and said it was dumb, and it would never happen.
No.
But I said I would be willing to take my time and my family to your house to decorate the boat, help engineer whatever battery system we need for our lights. I was like all on board. I thought I had Crystal on board, but I think it fizzled out. You threw a little of your mumbo jumbo on it.
No, well, the problem is it was on the Winter Park chain of lakes, and I'll get a DUI leaving. So we need to go out.
Hold on. You know what? That answer,
I told you that in college.
I'm satisfied with that. You know what? I am satisfied with that answer. That's a fair answer.
It was. That is the truth.
So, no, I won't be taking any part in any boat parade.
Well, you live on the intercoastal,
You
so
can
you can
enjoy
just
it.
drive your boat back
Yeah.
to your house, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
like when you have
can
to
drive a boat drunk. Everybody knows that people do that every weekend.
When
you
you have
can't
to-
drive
I
cars.
think you're supposed to drive a boat drunk.
I mean, everybody I see does that in jet skis. Everybody's drunk.
Yeah, when you have to trailer it, then it becomes a big pain in the ass.
Do you have a jet ski in the boat parade? Are they allowed to join in?
I don't know. Jet ski is the rollerblader of the boat parade, you know?
You're the worst.
But they're going to want to...
You can't put as many lights on.
Like, what do you do? Like, after the first 5 minutes, you're like, oh, this is sick. Now what do I do? I just ride it around?
You have to be dressed up like something, though, I feel like.
You take it over a couple sweet jumps, and then you're like, all right, sick. Now I'm just like jet skiing.
I feel the same way about Jeeps in any Christmas parade, and they're going to be there. You know, you get your Jeep club in the Christmas parade. I don't like to yuck on people's yum. It's not impressive to me, but I think it's fun for them, you know?
When you have the stock Jeep, I'm not as impressed.
You know what? I'm the opposite. I like the stock Jeep.
What? The stock?
Because you're throwing me a curveball. Everybody else, I expect to see, like, you know, your rims look like a skull. Okay, I get it. I
What's
expect
with the ducks everywhere? Do we know?
That's the way
Does anybody
that's
know?
their love language. I also like the flag. I like a drippy, back the blue, a drippy tattered flag. I like
It's
that.
got the Punisher back
Yeah,
there.
I like the Punisher. I like all of that. But I do like you know the way I keep my cars.
Don't tread on my rubber ducky.
I like it rocket stock. I love a good rocket stock. I like a good warranty.
Well, what are you
look
showing
at the tread
off?
on those tires.
Like, look,
so you're showing off how nice you kept it without putting all your bolt-on junk. Like, I didn't go up to AutoZone and bolt on a bunch of stupid parts to make my car look like a transformer.
Yeah.
I actually kept it the way it should look. It's a good, it's a purposeful automobile that drives me places, and I didn't put stickers on the back and say Optimus Prime.
Yeah, but
look
it's
like an idiot.
No, but it's like
Yeah, and
me.
you also wasted your time joining the car club then.
No, I'm the
It's a
outlier.
parade.
Yeah, I'm in the Jeep club. I own a Jeep. It just doesn't happen to have skull wheels, and I think that's fine. I think it makes my Jeep better. 'Cause I think your skull wheels look stupid. You're not climbing rocks. You're not out in the Moab. You're
But it's not
driving over to
special.
Walmart.
But it's not special, unique. It's just a stock Jeep.
Yeah, but it's special and unique because show me one stock Jeep.
There's 13,000 of them
Show
made.
me. I've never seen a stock Jeep. You look
They're
around
all-
Orlando, there's not even a stock Jeep. Look at any woman driving a Jeep. It's a lifted Jeep. You don't see any stock Jeeps.
That's funny. My wife had a lifted Jeep.
Thank you.
Until I talked her
It
out of
checks
it.
out.
Yeah,
It
we got
checks
truck,
out,
yes.
man.
But it's like pulling a regular utility trailer with nothing on it in a parade.
You gotta-
It's like, look at the stock trailer.
Like, I would probably appreciate that. I'd be like, look at how clean that white trailer is with no branding on it whatsoever. It looks brand new.
I bought a
Trailer connection.
an 8x17 stock at Lowe's utility trailer.
I love rocket
and
stock.
now I'm just gonna pull it with my stock
I love it.
Jeep.
I love rocket stock. Why do you think I got a white Tesla, white interior? It's the most
Yeah.
basically pretty car. It's not even pretty. It's just basic.
Yeah, no,
It's like a bar of soap.
there's nothing wrong with the stock car, but you're in a parade,
Yeah.
so you can't bring the
But
stock car.
I'm
in
the
parade.
rarity. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Speaking of cars,
stock
I saw
car.
a car with a Tom and Dan license plate, and it wasn't any of you weirdos. So you guys have like some serious psychopaths.
Yeah, we're popular.
You guys have like psychopath fans. We have some fans that are weird, but you guys have psychos.
He saw that one license plate and he's like, oh, that's why I'm coming here.
All this time I've been on the waste of time. With you guys. I literally woke up very leisurely this morning with my wife, like, oh yeah, can't wait to have some coffee. Go sit on the toilet, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm an hour and 10 minutes late already. I gotta go. I forgot.
Oh, you had anxiety.
So I drove like 90 miles an hour on the way here, and everybody's driving slow in the left lane, and that's why I look pissed off when I get here. So shut up.
You could just like just call us and say like, "Can't make it."
I don't. But no, I want to go to Tasty Walk, bro.
He doesn't give a damn about us.
I came to Orlando for the Tasty Walk. You guys are an afterthought.
Okay, we're just an obligation.
I'm gonna go to iFresh too while I'm here, if that's okay.
Tasty Walk can't be that much better than any other Chinese food. It's all the
it's
same.
It's a nostalgia thing for him, I think.
Tom, it really is a lot better than most Chinese restaurants. Yes.
No, but it's the same. I mean,
it's really not.
You get the orange chicken.
It is
how
really
much
good.
better
no,
than
but
it
you
is
don't get the orange chicken. You get the char siu pork. You get the duck. You get the stuff you can't get from your usual.
Yeah, they had a good
Oh,
soup
okay.
there that my
They
daughter
have,
got with
I
like
don't want
the
duck.
that's the red pork you're mentioning.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
My daughter loves it. That's
The char siu is
Yeah,
so
char
good.
siu pork with the red edges on it,
yeah.
and she just eats it like it's she eats like a trucker.
Then they have good baby Chinese broccoli that you put oyster sauce on.
His mouth making my mouth
Like I'm
water.
saying, we could
Some
cut the show
broccoli,
early. Let's go have lunch. Let's go get Tasty Walk. We'll put it on the corporate card.
Let's do what we're obligated to do. Paul would never let that happen.
I didn't say our corporate card.
You know,
we don't have one.
They didn't even let me have a corporate
Ours is
card.
just the Tom and Dan card. It's not really.
Paul, in the group text that we have, Paul did ask them to bring back Chinese food.
Well,
for
because
him.
I said that Paul wasn't coming, but he said he would pay for lunch, which he didn't. But, you know,
Speaking of corporate cards, you guys will like this. Did you see the story about the Jacksonville Jaguar employee that embezzled $22 million
No.
from the Jaguars?
No, I did not see that.
So, and this was just a case where this guy was in charge of their finance or whatever. And like, who's the owner of the Jaguars?
Shad
Like,
Khan?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah,
And
Shad Khan.
He's apparently so rich that they never noticed. Like, this guy was basically making up expense reports and stuff and just pocketing the money and then buying stuff for himself,
Sure.
like expensive vacations, a car. He bought a Tesla and then like wrote it off through like
you got
accounting.
2 cars, a condo,
Yeah.
designer watches.
22 million.
That's a lot.
We could do like all through like this virtual credit card account that they had, and like he was just cooking the books to
They
benefit
got
himself.
awfully quiet on the couch, which makes me think it makes me think some of this might be going on. You know,
But could
I'm
you?
slacking.
But could you imagine how mad the other employees are? Because I'm sure, just like every company, like everybody's like, "Oh, we're tightening up, or like cutting costs here or there." Like
it just
they
gives
lay
them
people
more
off.
work. It's more red
Yeah.
tape. I'm sure there's more checks and balances now, right? You know,
Yeah.
like you're gonna have more of a microscope on you. So
we have to answer to a very short, angry woman if we do stuff like that.
That's true.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm sure they laid someone off because their $32,000 salary a year wasn't
Because
justified.
that
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then meanwhile, this guy had embezzled $22 million that they never noticed. I mean, this must have been over 5-6 years.
Did he do
like,
his job though?
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Very
what,
well.
Because I'm wondering, like, how did they figure it out?
I mean, I guess they, you know,
They do an end of the year audit or something.
But this wasn't just 1 year. This was multiple years. They just, you know.
2019 through 2023.
Yeah. But it's like all that money that the guy just stole for himself and no one really noticed, which is crazy.
The FBI got involved. That's how they got caught.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Once you hit 1 million, it becomes like a serious crime.
Yeah.
You know, like 22 million. Anyway.
That's crazy.
So.
Wasn't there some like, NBA players who got like insurance fraud charges as well lately, not too long ago?
NBA players.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that
Like,
either.
some ex-NBA players that were, it's really weird because it was like for a few $1 million, which doesn't make any sense to me if you're an NBA player and you're making like millions and millions of dollars. Why are you defrauding an insurance company?
Yeah,
for
maybe
a
you
couple
don't
mil?
budget it correctly.
You
I don't
know-
know.
Who knows?
It's probably the
Former Orlando Magic player was that.
A lot of
Did
times
they
it's
grow up
the-
in Miami? Because that
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you were supposed to tell the insurance companies the truth. I thought it was a well-known thing that if like your car gets broken into, you just start writing down everything that was stolen that was a lie.
Yeah, my,
Yeah.
my
Laptop.
Picasso was in there.
Yeah.
I
And
had a
then-
baby grand that was in there.
And then-
A full box of Oreo Cakesters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your kitchen floods. I mean, everything is ruined. Even the top cabinets. Like you just
the
start.
ceiling got
writing-
wet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just started telling them lies, and so it's probably that. Like, one of the players were like, they was like, just write down whatever.
But a lot of times, I would say 9 times out of 10, especially with like sports stars, it usually is their entourage doing something, and they're just the headline. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like it's typically like
Makes
their
sense.
boys,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's like,
They're not paying attention.
who's their friends? It's like, oh, it's LeBron James. Oh yeah, we'll put his name on the front of it. Yeah. It's like because it doesn't seem like most of those guys, they don't want to ruin their meal ticket.
Why would you want to? I
No.
mean, if you probably still have endorsements, you probably still have like pensions
Yeah.
and stuff from your.
I think a lot of people honestly think that all sports stars, like there's a huge level of them where these people are just complete idiots. I think we're beyond that now.
Sure.
I think there's like mentors and older guys that have played sports that pull younger guys aside and say like, hey,
Yeah, and they all have managers
Yeah.
and accountants and things.
Handlers
and
of some sort.
Yeah. But the problem is,
facilitators.
if your managers and accountants and everything are corrupt, then you're screwed.
We
because-
had one. We did have I wouldn't say crooked, but we had an accountant that was a little more, we don't now.
Yeah.
But it was a little more
Well,
fast and loose. It was pretty cool. Getting like one year, I think I got
Yeah, like mohair
$13,000
sweter,
back.
make his nose
Yeah,
itch or something.
one
like
year I
that.
got back $13,000. I got a check for $13K. And I was
Whoa,
like, that's
all
a
right.
good return.
Okie dokie.
I was like, how did I get that? He's like, nobody knows.
Don't
that like-
talk about it.
Was that like 6 years ago? Hopefully, I'm guessing.
Oh, years and years.
Oh,
and years
good,
ago.
good, good.
But it was a
Yes.
lot. This is probably maybe even 15 years ago or something.
Even better. Even better.
That's the accountant I want.
But,
Oh, it was great.
but that's the accountant
Come
that
and get me.
eventually ends you up in jail.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what someone else did, it's still your name on it. And that's the tricky part where you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know what was going on. This guy was doing my taxes. He'd be like, yep, your name's on it. But
yeah.
that's your
That sounds like
responsibility.
that sounds like the defense of a president we
yeah.
have going right now. That's nice, lovely.
You never know.
It wasn't me.
Joe
it was you.
Biden.
Yeah, it was Biden. Biden did it.
All right, let's talk Jingle Jam. It's happening December 16th. What's happening at Jingle Jam? And we almost didn't have it this year, but it's back.
Yeah.
And
More jingly than ever.
Oh, we're
It is.
jamming. We're
I think,
jingling. We're doing it all.
This is the biggest street closure we've ever done in Sanford.
Really?
This time. Yeah, it's massive.
Oh
We're
my
going
God.
from
dare I say biggest booze fest ever
Over
done?
200
Biggest-
vendors. We got over 50 food trucks, over 10 bands at various venues.
200 vendors.
Actually,
how do
so-
you
Oh my
organize
God, that's
that?
a food
Justin?
market.
yeah,
Free
no,
parking
it's a
when you use
madhouse.
the app.
And
Don't forget.
we're actually up to almost 300 vendors now because last week the city added 2 more blocks to our street closure and asked us if we could fill those with vendors too.
Oh, so
Oh
they
my
like
God.
this event, huh?
I'm gonna buy me some biker do-rag.
Oh,
We
how
also
many
gotta-
streets are closed?
So I've got First Street from Henry's Depot all the way down to Sanford Avenue, and then
Wow.
Park, Oak, and Magnolia all the way up to 2nd Street, and then Sanford Avenue from First Street all the way down to 6th Street, and then all the way around the West End block as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is a huge
Yeah.
area.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
and
and
then-
we've got, stages outside. We've got all the venues are doing different shows all day. Like at West End, we've got Santa Palooza all day going on, where we've got
Yeah,
bands.
we have Bad Santa and the Angry Elves
Nice.
presenting Santa Palooza with I think about 12 or 13 bands going on over at West End.
Nice.
We also have a carnival, full carnival set up with
A
like
carnival?
rides and games and all that stuff.
You got a
full
scrambler out there?
family- not that crazy.
I
a
love
carnival.
a scrambler though.
I was
Oh,
working
my
with a
God.
budget.
Okay. all
Justin,
right.
It is
How
a
the-
charity.
How about a feats of strength? You got any feats of strength out there?
It
Yeah.
is almost that time.
Like I like to.
Oh yeah. No, that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah, you got to do that.
How the hell do you organize all this? Like, did you just tell people to show up and set up wherever you can?
No, there's a excessive amount of organization that goes in it. It's a handful of people. It's me, another person that I work with from Ladies 327 Charity that helps me with all the vendors and food trucks, and then Christina Hollerbach who sits on Main Street with me as well.
She's
It's,
rad.
all
So
three
good.
of us basically have been organizing all of this and putting it all together. Really, the hardest part is placing porta potties, man. It's a big area. Those poopers, they got to go everywhere.
We do for our just a little, I don't want to help you out here, but we make our vendors bring their own porta potty.
We're like,
Yeah.
bring your camping
Yeah.
toilet.
BYO
No,
BYOPP.
See, I like that. That's nice.
And they can do any type of vessel they need. Could be a Homer bucket with a shower curtain. We don't care.
So is Jingle Jam the last big event of the year for you guys?
Yeah, that's the last big event. And then obviously New Year's Eve is a big night out there, but that's the
Well,
last
we have
big
the
street
Supervillains
footage.
playing in the venue at West End,
All right.
and Jen and the Right Light, and one more band. But yeah, we have the West End and Wild West End are going to be popping on New Year's Eve.
Love
Yeah.
it.
And then we roll right into January with Get Hooked.
Yep, I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about Get Hooked.
It's January 13th.
Oh, 13th.
Yep,
Okay.
January 13th.
And Get Hooked, a huge fishing tournament on Lake Monroe. There's still people or availability for people to sign up?
Yeah, you actually sign up the night before.
Okay.
We have the captain's meeting at Celery City on the 12th, the Friday night. It's from 6 to 8. You show up at, you get in line pretty early. The line gets long fast. Usually people start showing up at around 4 o'clock. And then we do all the registration. We'll probably do up to 250 teams and then cut it off after that.
And what are they fishing for again?
It's 2 divisions. We got a crappie division and a bass division.
Okay.
And it's best weight of 5 fish.
All right.
You guys are bringing them in, or do
That's
you
exciting.
Live weigh-in.
live weigh-in?
Yep.
And then we have a fish fry after.
And then the next day.
I think there was some sort of controversy again with some sort of. It may have been a
another-
hunting tournament. I don't know. I think I saw it on Rogan. talking to
Someone's
someone.
cheating again.
Yeah. With someone who claims they
Yeah,
got
what'd
the
he do?
biggest buck or
Put some
something.
lead hooves on it or something.
I don't know. It was something.
Yeah.
That was, like
Stuck
I guess
a cannonball in its rear end.
these things are, people cheat a lot apparently, or like,
yeah.
and internally
And
everybody's
these are all like
fighting with each
things
other.
that I feel like have been cheated on for like hundreds of years. Like fishing
Yeah.
tournaments have probably been cheated by cowboys, just like poker.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it used to be
poker,
so easy. You
Yeah.
could just go out and catch fish and throw them in
like
your fridge.
wagon
and-
races. These are all things that I feel like you cheated at, right?
And that's why we do lie detector tests at our fishing
Do you?
tournament.
No, you don't.
We
you?
do, yeah.
Really?
But the
Yeah. Oh,
person
yeah.
running it is not real.
We're
right?
giving away $10,000.
There's ways to beat
Yeah.
that.
we're
Is
giving
it
away
just Paul-
$10,000.
it's just
We have to
Paul
do
sitting in front of a
something.
record player, right? He's like sitting there. He's like,
That's
"Did
pretty
you
close.
put weights into your fish?" And the person's like, "No, I did not." Okay, all right.
So with Jingle Jam is free, right?
Yeah, Jingle Jam's free. The carnival area will be a ticketed area where you can buy tickets to ride the rides and all that stuff.
Okay.
All that money that's being fundraised through that goes right back to Sanford Main Street, which is a
Nice.
charity organization. So that's just to help fundraise for that a little bit. But everything else is free to attend, hang out, check out the vendors, get some food, check out some music.
Killer.
Oh, speaking of vendors, this Sunday is the last food truck fiesta in Sanford.
Oh,
I know
man.
Eric's going to be out there. He's going to be selling some of the last like $10 Tom and Dan t-shirts we got. I know Modern Plumbing is going to be out, but it's going to be nice weather. So if you want to go out to the last food truck fiesta in Sanford, that's this Sunday.
Do you guys have a favorite food truck, or are you allowed to speak on that? Or
man.
Hot Asian buns. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
hot
That's a
Asian
good-
buns
yeah, I've
is
had that truck.
I'm not
ridiculously
just
good.
saying that because they're about to move in next to us, but also there's a garlic knot one truck that
I've
Garlic
had that
knot.
one too.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
good.
Paul told me to have that
Oh,
one. and I
yeah.
had
So
that
good.
one.
Tango one too. They're not really out anymore because they opened a brick and
Yeah,
mortar
they
in
have a brick
Ormond.
and mortar spot.
But man,
now.
that truck, that was good.
Dude, that garlic nut truck, Crystal got me one
They're
at the end of
ridiculous.
Sofa and
Yeah.
Suds, and I was like, man, this is good. I'm like, why hasn't anybody thought of this? Like a garlic knot pizza sandwich, basically?
It's
They're so
unbelievable.
good.
the buffalo chicken one.
I haven't had that.
I think I'm
so
pretty sure they
good.
opened up a brick and mortar out by UCF somewhere, I think.
Yum.
Well,
Mark me down.
Dustin,
Must be
Dom,
hungry or something.
thanks so much for coming in. Anything else to promote? That we
I got a ton of shows coming in the
Okay.
venue. We got Rehab coming next week.
Bartender.
Yeah, bartender. Yeah, those guys are
Yeah,
coming
we had to
next
look
week.
those guys up. Did you know that song came out in 2003?
Dude, I know how old we are. We're all
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, but then it hit in 07, 08.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam looked it up
So
So
it
yesterday.
it came out and then it hit way later.
Yeah.
They like did a re-recording of it in 2008.
and then it just exploded.
And
now
that's when it
they're-
got on the radio.
And now they're fine.
We that was one of the first bands we played with when we were on tour.
Really?
A long time
really?
ago. Yep.
That's interesting.
I was wondering it. I'm not wondering because they'll probably be like, no, I don't remember who you are. But it was good 20 plus years ago that
That's
we
crazy.
played with them.
Yeah.
And you guys are both still doing it.
Yeah.
That's a success.
I cannot believe they came out with a song in 2003.
2003, and it
20
hit,
years
right?
ago.
07, 08. And
That's
that's
insane.
what we found out yesterday. It was blowing my mind. I was like, that song can't be that old because it doesn't sound that old.
Yeah. So they're coming, and if we have a ton of other shows, check out westendvenue.com or drinkatwestend.com and check out the shows we have coming. We like I said, the Villains are going to be there for New Year's.
Nice.
With Jen and the Right Light. We got the homie Kyle Smith is coming from California. That one guy is going to be there. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's like plays this weird instrument. He's a solo project. It's really cool.
Yeah, you guys are getting some
Actually,
experimental.
I didn't know
like-
he was coming. That
cool
guy is
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, he's
I
very
saw
cool.
him way
what,
back.
what weird instrument does he play?
Check it
wild.
out.
It's like
Yeah,
something
dude.
he invented.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's very
Check
cool.
out that one guy. And
Yeah.
look,
I'll pull
Hold
it.
it's
on.
very odd.
That one guy, and he
Yeah.
plays a weird invented instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
That's
have
a fun
Moon
show.
Hooch is coming back to town
I
as
saw
well.
that. I saw
Um,
that.
We have
Oh, wait, hold on. That's not
who
him.
else? Tantric, Lydia Can't Breathe. That one guy, the
he
super
is.
villains.
Oh, Ben Bailey.
Oh yeah, we have Ben Bailey from
Yeah,
Cash
from
Cab
Cash
coming,
Cab.
which is
Oh,
super
we've had him
What
in
is
here.
he doing?
We've had him
Like,
in here. He's great.
He's a stand-up comedian. He's very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All right, here's that
yeah,
one
check him
guy
out. That's pretty odd. Yeah.
Ben
Here he
Bailey
is
is first
playing-
week of February.
Playing his instrument here. I'll put this up.
Kind of surprised you guys didn't mention the Swifty dance party.
Oh,
that's
we do have
happening.
a Taylor Swift dance party. Yeah, we have all types of stuff.
What is that? Is that like a guitar head?
It kind of looks like a harp
Maybe
Okay.
some PVC.
theremin.
I was gonna say there's some theremin action.
Yeah,
going
it's like
there.
a harp theremin bass thing.
This is where we're at in life. You could just make up your own instrument.
Pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, that was
One
the
guy
song
clapped.
that-
Okay, that's the end of the song. One guy clapped. They're like, thank you.
And I knew I would be, Mike. That is so cool.
Okay, here's
Under the
another.
ground, it's waiting for me. Under the ground, it's waiting for you. Under the sea, beneath the rocks and stone. Under the sea, deeper than deep. Under the rug, it's a hardwood floor. Under the floor, live the rat and the mouse. Under the house, it's the truth in the ground. Over my head, it's just the moon in that sound.
That is a crazy old man.
Maybe I picked the wrong clip. I think that's on me. I picked the wrong clip.
That's interesting.
I felt like I was standing on the corner as a homeless man. I was trying to ignore him.
very odd.
I was like, oh my God, he's at my window. I was trying to ignore him, and he's doing that new thing that they do where they walk the lines of traffic, and they walk right by your window, and I'm sitting there, and my car's driving for me, and I'm like, don't look to the left, don't look to the left. And he puts a sign right on my window. And the cat's in the mouse in the floor, and the floor, and the door, and the door, and the man. And
Dustin, Dom,
I like that.
thanks so
Pretty
much.
good promo for his show. I guess.
I'll take it.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Again, drinkatwestend.com for all information.
Sure.
And we'll be right back.
All right.
We won't be. That you said that was Friday too.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, we'll do it again. Here, ready? In 3, 2.
And we'll see you on Monday.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy your tasty
You
walk.
guys should come with us. Let's do this.
I wish, man, but we got
More
too
recording to
much
do.
bullshit. Where's that go, Sam?
Friday too.
And we don't have anything.
Nope.
Great.
So, did I see that you were adopting a puppy? Is that what
I got one. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
My wife used to work with Judy for years and years and years over there at the shelter. So she's like pretty invested in over there.
She's a cute little baby.
What kind of dog?
It's a Chihuahua mix.
Fuck.
I think she might have some
dude.
bit in her. She's
See
like
you,
a
buddy.
living
Have a
tissue.
good lunch, man.
Yeah, man.
Good seeing you.
Christmas to you. Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
same to you guys. Hope you have a great New Year and a good Christmas.
For sure. We'll see you.
It should be fun. I mean, it's fun with the kiddo. I just sit there and watch fun shit. You know, it's like almost impossible to not be fun.
Yeah.
You know that.
I do.
Good seeing you, dude.
Always a pleasure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a good time just hanging out and drinking coffee.
Well, there is like not having a kid is nice. The quiet aspects of that are fantastic.
Sure.
I got Christmas Eve without either of my kids. I'm very excited.
You know what's funny is that we that somebody said, this is almost as entertaining as the porta potty clowns. We brought that up when Dom was in here last time. We always bring up some weird musician with Dom.
They will be back, by the way. Isn't that Moon Hooch?
No,
Oh.
that's Clowncore. Clowncore is the
you're
band
right,
I
you're
found, but Moon Hooch are the saxophonists that use the road codes.
you're right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I like all that shit. I'd go see it.
So we need 18 for Friday 1. What do you want to talk about?
Do we have any interesting emails?
We do. We got a few emails. We got a few interesting voicemails, too. I did some this morning remotely. Let me see if I can grab these. See if this worked. Yeah, it worked. I used to only be able to do voicemails here. Now the way I linked everything, I can just like do them from my phone and like constantly be editing them. All right. Would you like to bring us back?
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a start.
Or start? Yeah. Sorry. 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
The Solar Bears game is Saturday. Daniel's going to be out that.
I'm really excited about it.
Teddy bear toss. So you bring a teddy bear,
Yeah.
and at a certain time during the game, you'll know because
Yeah.
people go throw crazy.
It goes nuts.
And everybody throws their teddy bear onto the ice, and then they collect it all, and then obviously donate them to charity.
Yeah.
And
They did a bike drive one year that was just too hard to throw the bikes.
it's
Like
hard to get it over the glass.
It was very hard. We were throwing it. They one year they did an Xbox. We were smashing all of it. It just didn't work. But the teddy bears, they work. It works good.
And also, the food truck fiesta is this Sunday. Eric's going to be out there as well. And if you want a cameo, you can go to Cameo and get a cameo from us if you want that for Christmas.
I always
We'll say whatever
forget
you
about
want.
the cameos.
Yeah.
Forget about them. Yeah, we can.
I'm still waiting
That's
on
an
the.
easy Christmas gift to give
Yeah.
someone if they're a fan.
What do you want? Do you want us to give you advice? Do you want us to? And then Cameo actually says this. Like, we could promote our cameos by, they give you all these like pre-curated, like what do you want to advertise? So it'll say like roast, and you tap it and it says, we can roast your loved ones, and it gives you like promotional ideas in case you were
All
like
right.
a celebrity that was like not creative.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I guess there are people that have influence, but like when it comes to thinking of things to do, they're like they got nothing.
Yeah.
So even Cameo is like roast your family, give you advice, give you love advice, pump you up, empower you. Like there's different like.
Pump you up.
Yeah, the pump you up one is a big one on Cameo. You get a lot of people that are like
People need encouragement.
well, a lot of your motivated like workout dudes. I know Arnold's probably all there. He's like, hey, you need to get to work. You're doing it every day. You're the one foot in front of the other. Never stop.
I saw that that whatever, and I don't follow politics, but whatever that was it a senator or whatever that lied about everything, and then they booted him out.
George Santos.
It was
Yeah, I don't follow it either.
But he's on Cameo now.
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
great.
So he's
He does
doing
great
cameos.
cameos. He's singing
He's
Taylor Swift.
expensive though. Wasn't he charging like $200 or something?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just saw that.
No, $400. George
Yeah.
Santos
Let's
joins
buy one.
Cameo for charging $400 a video.
We almost got enough in our Cameo account to use that money to buy George Santos and then use George Santos to get more money.
How did he get away with lying about so much for so long?
It's pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, I just
'Cause
fell through the
you
cracks.
find out all kinds of people lied about everything.
Yeah, but the internet, you feel like would immediately
Yeah, but it
expose
doesn't matter.
someone,
It
right?
only matters if it matters, right? I'll give you a big for instance. Rangers Football Club is like one of the most important and heralded soccer clubs in the world, right? Gordon Ramsay claims that he played for Rangers Football Club or soccer club and like got cut and then like that changed his path and he's a big time chef. The manager of Rangers Football Club claims that never happened. That's a straight up mega lie. And that's one of the most important and heralded people in culinary history, right? Gordon, that's a big name, and it just doesn't matter.
Does Gordon
He straight
Ramsay
up
still
lied about
say
it.
that he did?
I don't think so much anymore, but he straight up lied about it. It didn't happen. He lied about it, and because lies don't matter anymore, if lies
It
are...
only matters till it matters, right?
Yeah, it only matters till it
when
matters.
people start looking into it. Otherwise, you know how many people lie about their jobs or their
obviously,
credentials?
Obviously, it doesn't matter that this guy lied about Congress. If you're buying a Cameo from him, you don't care whether he lied or not. You think it's funny.
Yeah. Well, the
So-
cameo doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, I was.
I mean, he
shocked
literally
at
lied
how
about
much-
everything.
Yeah, like you lie about where you went to school, the whole your whole
Yeah.
background, and
I just think
I
think
the
le-
internet detectives.
I think people care less. You know,
Yeah.
they're just like, whatever.
But
So
doesn't the
what?
internet care about everything, like, and expose everything?
Well, they might expose it, but do they really care?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, they probably don't really care, but they like to expose, lies.
Here's somebody that cared. I mean, this is a voicemail from a gentleman that said, "We need to take the power back."
Hey, what's up, show? Listening to the Friday pre-show, and I just have to say something. I have to agree with Tom that us as dads, have to take the power back. My wife went into the closet last night, brought the stupid elf on the shelf down after the kids went to bed. This was like 10:30 when I got work in the morning, and she looked at me and said, "I need you to go print out a message from the elf, saying something stupid." I looked at her and I said, "I'm going to bed. I don't want to do that." And she went off, "Oh, you're an asshole. You're nothing but a miserable prick, blah, blah, blah." I just went to bed and had a great night of sleep. So, yeah.
Wow, this guy dug in. Yeah, she's like, "I need you to go print out a
Whoa.
message from the elf." He said, "I'm not going to do that. It's stupid," and went to bed. You also sound like that's a miserable place to be during the holidays is your house. Sir. That does not sound like a
Well,
fun place
everything-
to be.
well, every house is
But
miserable.
think about that. She's trying. He doesn't want to try.
Yeah,
she's-
that's
Oh my
everybody.
God, no, dude.
That's not
You just
everybody.
gotta not care.
Uh,
I don't care. It's different than being. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but if-
anger me. It doesn't make me. The elf doesn't make me.
if I don't
mad.
care though, my wife gets mad and calls me names too, and then you're living a different
Well, my
reality
wife
than
gets
me
mad
and
and
this.
calls me names too, but for different reasons. Obviously everybody's different.
Yeah. It's
I like the elf. I help her by coming up with ideas for the elf.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, people are doing too much with it.
Yes, so
and,
it sets everybody's bar a little higher.
And then it's like when I was telling Crystal, it's like you're trying too hard and putting too much effort into something that's not, giving you anything back. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids are excited whether.
Well, that's giving something back, right? She's seeing the joy on her children's faces.
Yes, that's what she says.
You're trying
but
to argue her level of.
But the joy is comparable to if they see like the elves and they're baking a bunch of cookies that you had to bake yourself and then take a bite out of and then set them up near the
Sure.
oven and put the flour.
So you're
you're
saying
setting the
it's-
scene, or you just put them on the fan.
But how do you?
There's both
Yeah.
are damn near the same.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, like, I think it's a dangerous game when you're trying to anticipate and guess somebody else's level of joy. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to set that. I mean, that's in Crystal, right? So if she wants to take it to the limit, I mean, because you don't really truly know the reaction she's getting from seeing her boys and whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
Her reaction to what she feels by what she's seeing is completely and utterly, a lot of people, like I believe this, is completely and utterly different than what you're experiencing.
But she doesn't even get to see the initial reaction. She's asleep when that happens. Like the
Well, I
boys
can't
come
help
out.
that.
The boys come out. They see.
I can't do anything about her.
And so they all see. They only see
know
a
what? I take it
secondary.
all back.
That was some shade right there. She's still asleep.
That was some
No.
low key.
Yeah,
That was some low key shade.
Well, first Tommy gets up earlier. Like he sets his alarm.
he's an old man.
Yeah, he gets up at 6 and
he
whatever.
sets an alarm.
And then
Oh, they got unique flavors of Werther's Originals at Aldi.
Yeah, they do.
If you want to pick some
Special
up for a
ones, yeah.
stocking stuffer for Tommy.
Yeah, he's a
No,
classic boy.
Yeah,
he's a classic boy. He likes the classics.
He only wants the regular old
Original.
man.
I like that. They
originals.
taste really good. I'll sit and suck on one of hard candy and listen to Outkast with him. That sounds lovely. Let's try. You got an email?
Yeah.
Let's go back and forth. Let's do an email.
This says, "Hey, I was wondering what kind of permanent lights Sam bought for her house. I was looking for some for myself. Thanks again and Merry Christmas."
Oh yeah, I saw a big billboard for the permanent lights. I didn't know they were thick boys. At least the ones I saw are like, they're like, they almost look like marquee lights. The billboard I saw, they
No,
almost look
not
like.
the ones I got.
What are yours?
These are mine are called Govee, Govee.
Yeah, that's the brand.
But they're like little squares on a
Cool.
line, and they're LEDs, and you can change any You don't have to do the entire house if you don't want. If you just want like your walkway lit up, you can change the theme of it all from your phone.
Do you put them on the soffit? Where do you?
Yeah, where do
actually,
they? Let me look this up.
Yeah. So you put them on just the soffit
Underneath, yeah.
What's the name of it?
Govy.
and then you just stick them under there, and then you plug them into something. Oh, are they hard?
Yeah, they need power.
Okay, so then once they're plugged in and they just stay there, and then during the day you can't really tell that they're lights. Is that the?
Yeah, you can't see them at all.
Gotcha. Okay. This probably will
The
be
RGBIC LED permanent outdoor lights. Is that the ones you got?
Yes.
Those are. I mean, they got great reviews.
75 scene modes.
And what are they? $500?
Yeah, about a little less.
You got to
than
get
that.
them when they're on sale on
Yeah.
that Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal.
Yeah, I don't think you paid that, but yeah, this is cool, man.
How for $500? How many feet do you get?
Go
This is
in there.
150 feet.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah, it really is.
But you can get shorter ones if you want.
Those are cool, man. So they tuck under.
And if you look at some of the reviews of people that have bought them, and you can see like the examples of the videos of what it can do, it's really cool.
Yeah, it makes.
See, I don't think I'd be allowed to do this because I live in a townhome, but I want to do it.
Oh, there's a Christmas light and decoration contest happening in my neighborhood by the HOA. We're gonna try and win.
Do it.
You could do this because when you put them up, like you can't see
Yeah,
them. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not like when you see someone with their Christmas lights up all year round. You're like, that's tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trashy. They're hanging. They're all uneven. It's like this.
No, I don't have a ladder though that would even reach that high.
Oh, there were. Yeah.
I'd love to do it.
Oh, Tom's gonna go over there and put them up. They'll be all.
You know what? I made
I got a ladder.
different lengths apart.
I did make a mistake in that I told him I never wanted him to, do another, help me with another project again. But then I shouldn't have said that. I miss our misadventures, and I miss when he comes over to help me put something up and we end up destroying it or having a good story to tell. I'm wrong.
Do you miss that?
I do.
I
do. It's fun.
If I come into your life,
I like it.
Your stress level is gonna rocket through the roof.
But it spices it up a little bit,
Yeah, but you
it's,
don't want
it's
that.
like putting chocolate chips on vanilla ice cream. It makes it better, The texture, the flavors,
If I'm involved with anything with you, your stress level is gonna rocket through the roof.
You go a little fast for me.
And then anything I do is gonna have to be redone by you later.
You go just a little fast for me. That's the only thing I complain about.
You do like to skip steps.
Oh yeah.
I noticed that yesterday
Yeah.
when we were organizing the end of the year awards.
Yeah. Just want to get to the end with everything I do. The middle part. The beginning is the worst for me.
The starting.
Like I just want to get to close to the end.
He just wants to
and
get
then
the
through
gift
end.
bag. If he can get to the gift
Oh,
bag.
man.
Yeah, it's like because that's close to the end, right?
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
the gift bag. Let's try this voicemail.
Hey guys, so I heard you joking about eating flamingo, and I didn't know if you know this, but you can actually eat.
Hold on a second. Who said we were joking about eating flamingo? No, I don't remember anybody saying we were joking.
Hey guys, so I heard you joking about eating flamingo, and I didn't know if you know this, but you can actually eat sandhill crane. You know, the redheaded guys that are real jerks. But yeah, apparently Texas is lousy with them, and you can hunt them and eat them, and they're actually called the ribeye of the sky. Pretty interesting. All right, see you guys.
We've actually talked about this before. I don't remember why it got brought up, but we did talk about eating.
We've
sandhill
always
cranes before,
wanted to eat exotic animals. I mean, I think we're like one of the number one shows that's wanted to eat. I remember back, 20 years ago, Tom and I were watching big game hunting videos where a gentleman was blowing the snoot off of a bison running full.
I think it was a water buffalo.
It was like a water buffalo. Yeah, it was a water buffalo. We've always had our thumb on hunting and eating exotic fare.
So that tells me that a flamingo must at least be close to the ribeye of the sky, right? Like
No.
a sandhill crane can't be that far away from the flamingo.
I
They're
think
both about built the same.
I think a sandhill crane is closer to flamingo, but there's got it. Why are flamingos so protected?
'Cause they're just a protected species
But
in
why?
general. There's not that many of them.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah, there must be. They must be endangered in some way or protected.
There's no abundance of flamingos. Who has the most flamingos per capita?
So it
Is it
says
like Africa, maybe, or South America?
it says that flamingos taste more like duck than chicken.
All right.
So fattier.
I'm guessing, yeah.
You wouldn't think
But
that.
they
So
eat
they're skinny
shrimp,
fat.
right?
They're skinny fat. Yeah, but shrimp are really fatty, right? Aren't they? Or cholesterol, I know. Shrimp isn't shrimp raises your cholesterol. At least that was the myth back in the 90s and early 2000s, I always thought.
I've heard that myth as well, but I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true.
I remember my dad,
people used to say eggs were bad for
Yeah.
your cholesterol, and that's not true.
okay, that's good.
It should not be a health concern because shrimp is a low-fat food with a rich content of highly unsaturated fatty acids, which leads to the formation of high-density lipids, commonly known as good cholesterol. Consuming shrimp may actually lower blood cholesterol levels.
Yeah,
Everything we ever were told growing up was
It's
a
all
lie.
fake.
Well,
Yeah.
back then, no one knew about good cholesterol. Everybody's like, like, I mean,
Well,
think
shouldn't
about,
you call it something different then? If cholesterol is
Yeah.
bad, then just give
The
the
name,
good cholesterol
yeah.
a better name. Like call it, Schnargargi, right? So that way that way we don't have to go good or bad because that doesn't make any sense to me. What is it, heaven and hell? That doesn't make any sense.
but I guess that there's
It's
LDL.
like there's no good and bad poison,
Right.
right? That to me is not logical at all. Good cholesterol.
Well, there's poison that makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
That's just a light poisoning.
Yeah, that's
right?
alcohol.
So like when I
right?
drink alcohol, I'm
Yeah.
lightly poisoning myself to
You're
feel.
portioning out your poison.
Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
You got another email over there?
Sure.
Let's try one more.
This says, "Hey guys, I was listening to an ACT and I heard you all mention that you interviewed Hefe from the Hideout. Did I miss an episode or is that an upcoming episode?"
There was in October we did a
the middle of October. Yeah.
We did a week of ACTs where we interviewed all the old nighttime show hosts of Real Radio.
Except for one.
We almost got Kevin.
Oh, did you talk to him yet?
I sent him a text.
Oh.
Nothing. Ghosted.
We interviewed Drew and then Buckethead and El Jefe and Tuttle. And then we played a best of Kevin.
We played a best of Kevin. We did get an email back from Dubs. He would have been there too, but he had a scheduling conflict, so we did talk to everybody.
Yeah,
and Chunks. Well, we didn't really reach out to Chunks because we've talked to him before.
I wonder if you
Alex is a good dude. We've known him for a long time.
because you can only go back
And Tommy. We talked to Tommy a lot.
100 shows. But that will still be on there.
Should be.
in October. Yeah.
Should be, but I had a guy email me about it, and I kind of sent him, I was like, hey, you can search, use the search bar in there. You'll be able to find it.
Yeah, and if you go on a Corporate Times website, you can go through the episodes and you'll find it. You can go through all of them, right?
Also, the
If you
videos
search
are on
El
YouTube.
Jefe, it's on there.
They're on YouTube too. If you're on our YouTube page, just search at Tom and Dan Live, and it's on there if you want to watch the video as well.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sanford 2 right after this.
Cool.
All right.
Nice job. That is
Friday 1.
Do you want to do an intro for that?
We can, yeah. If you want to do it now, we can.
Yeah.
So voicemails, emails, and the Sanford 2.
Oh yeah, Tuttle was this week.
Yeah, this Monday.
Yeah, it was a good one too. It wasn't too spicy or crazy or anything. But if you like Tuttle and you want to feel good about him getting his life together, I think he's actually doing quite well. He has money in his pocket.
He's got a metal detector now.
Yeah, he's got a hobby. It's like this is unlike Tuttle. Very unlike him. I got
I guess.
something. Go ahead. 3, 2.
Hey, I signed us up for Jingle Jam for
nice.
to have
What
a
are we
vendor
doing?
tent out there.
Yes.
But it's the same day as our BDM Christmas party, so we have to cancel.
No. I'm not missing out on selling some of my Confederate belt buckles. 300 vendors. I'm like, some of that's going to be bullshit. I love a good street fair with crafts. Oh, I love it. Maisie really loves it. She gets fucking pumped.
Tonight on a corporate time with Tom and Dave. Tom and Dan welcomes the Sanford 2 back to the big red couch. And we take your voicemails and emails. And here they are. The tasty walk and taste of Chengdu of radio, Tom and Dave.
Yeah, Kupo, it is pretty good. I've never done the badass meal where you sit down and they serve you all the courses, but when I went to Jimmy's house, he said that he and Jim Phillips actually went and did it. Or maybe Jack did. One of those guys has been and done the pairing where it's like 8 courses or something. It's really not even that expensive, but pretty cool. All right, y'all. Oh, is this a Christmassy hat? I didn't think this was Christmassy. I just thought it. I guess it is. Yeah, it looks sort of like Santa Claus, right?
Someone asked where you got it from.
New Era's website, but I didn't get it. This is the one that I ordered. That I got the email from New Era, and they said I used the Black Friday code on this hat because this is an expensive hat. I got this hat for $36, and then they said no, and then they canceled my order and sent me this email. It says your order has been canceled due to unseen circumstances. So I wrote them like a really nasty email back because I was like, unseen circumstances, just tell me you ran out or whatever. Then Andrea goes on and she buys it and uses the code and she gets it for $36 and it shows up. So whatever. But try it. Use the Black Friday code because I think it still works. And it's on the New Era website. But at one point it was only on the app. So